Good afternoon, everyone. Today I am going to have a journey about 550 kilometers, and I am not going to drive over 100 kilometers per hour speed, even on the motorway or autobahn. So we'll see what will be the average consumption, and so we can see how long we can go with one charge while not passing 100 kilometers per hour. Okay, let's start. I just entered the motorway, highway, autobahn, whatever you call it. From the home to the motorway, I have made 149 kilometers at the moment. Average speed is 69 kilometers per hour. AC HVAC is on, and the average consumption is 17.8 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, which is actually more than I expected. I also used cruise control when available while driving to the motorway, and in the motorway, I am in the motorway now, and I started to the 100 kilometers test. At the moment I am on the middle line and cruising at 100 kilometers per hour speed. HVAC is on, and after I enter the motorway, the distance I made is 14.6 kilometers, and the consumption is 18 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, which is quite high, and it seems my average speed is 55 kilometers per hour. Even I am cruising with 100 kilometers because there is too much traffic, even we are on a motorway. But you know, the schools are going to start and people are coming to their, seaside houses. And now today is Sunday, they are going back to Istanbul. That's why the roads are incredibly busy. I hope I can keep with 100 kilometers per hour. So see you at next update. I have just passed the 100 kilometers mark on the motorway, and the total distance on the motorway is 108.7 kilometers per hour at the moment. HVAC is on in eco mode. 16.1 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers at the moment. So I have another 130 kilometers, around 130 kilometers on the motorway. We'll see when I get the next charging station. And from the very beginning, from my home today before I enter the motorway, the total distance I made 244.9 kilometers at the moment, and the average consumption is exactly 17 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. So far it is very nice. This wind definitely will affect the range. It is too powerful. I am not sure if you can hear it, but the wind is too powerful. Look at me. See? Just in case you need, you can see my solar panel. It's around $20, and it gives an output power of 10 watts, which means it gives you 1 amps per hour to charge your phone or your power bank. I am also going to put the link of this solar panel in the description. Hello guys, unfortunately there is a huge crash on the highway and I have to drive around between 20 and 40 kilometers. I hope there is no one died, but probably because, look at this, let me show you. See, there is a traffic jam about kilometers. The crash is too big. There are lots of ambulances are driving there. That's why I think my average speed will be lower, but I am going to keep my test. So please be careful when you are driving. There were some people passing me about with the speed of 200 kilometers per hour, and this is how it ends, unfortunately. Drive safe and save your loved ones. Go to your loved ones, not dead. So I have finished the 100 kilometers range test. Unfortunately, there was traffic, and as I wait while charging, the average speed keeps dropping. This is a bug. Actually, this should be around 85 kilometers per hour, and the total consumption is 15.4 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. So, which means with 62.1 usable capacity kilowatt hours, you can make 400 kilometers with 100 kilometers speed. Finally, my journey has finished. The total distance that I made today is 480.3 kilometers per hour, 15.5 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. and the average speed seems like 56 km, but it is not, because as I stopped, the car kept calculating it and dropped the average speed. For example, it says 8 hours and 32 minutes, but it is not. I made 2 charges, each of them 40 minutes, so 80 minutes and 20 minutes to take my family. It's 100 minutes, which means 1 hour and 40 minutes. So the average speed should be approximately 75 kilometers. It should be higher, but today, this 480 kilometers, among the 480 kilometers, there was always traffic. This is the first time that I saw a traffic like this today in my life in that route, because my parents living there and I always going there and coming back, but this is the first time I had traffic for the whole route. It was unbelievable and really exhausting. So even with these conditions, this car can make 400 kilometers with one charge. Actually, it could be more, because I always had to make brake, and when you make brake, yes, you regenerate some power, but accelerating this car, which is 1750 kilograms, taking a few times more energy than it produces. If I could keep 100 kilometers per hour, I am pretty sure this car could make approximately 430 kilometers with 100 kilometers constant speed. Okay, this was the end of another video. I hope this would be helpful for you. As always, thank you for watching and have a great day.